Hey Ringside crew, welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. And now here's your host, Joe, Panther the Third.
Hello there, wrestling fans on Facebook and on YouTube. Welcome to the internationally known Dudes at Ringside podcast. I am Joe Panther the Third, and tonight is a live episode because I'm adding another awesome professional wrestler to my Australian Wall of Fame. Let's give a warm Dudes at Ringside welcome to my guest tonight. Introduce yourself.
Hello. Cool intro.
Yeah, welcome, Violet. Welcome. So, what made you get into this big world of professional wrestling?
I actually started doing photos and videography, filming at Ringside for a promotion. Did that for a while, and I was like, "Oh, this is kind of cool." And then kind of hit up a school and gave it a crack.
Oh wow!
Yeah.
So who trained you?
I did start at ACW with Joe Mundy. And then after the pandemic happened, I decided to change to RCW. So we've got Bassos and a whole bunch of other guys that train us.
Awesome. So what kind of advice did your coach give you to like your character?
I think it's just the standard kind of play yourself, just amped up a bit and kind of add elements of what you like and all that sort of stuff.
Awesome. So for my American fans that are just learning about you today on the Dudes at Ringside, if they looked you up on YouTube, what would they be in for? What kind of action would they be in for?
I have more of a brawler style. So I've actually bulked up quite a lot. I've put on a few kilos or don't have a pump at the moment. But yeah, I do a lot of stomps, punches, all that sort of stuff. That kind of works for me.
Awesome. So is there any like wrestlers that you have been watching that are on the indie scene that you really want to work with that you haven't had a chance to work with yet?
Obviously there's a few women I haven't wrestled here in South Australia. I've wrestled Mickey Fortune once briefly in a gauntlet match. I'd love to have like a proper match with her. The girls from Rampage. There's just, I don't know, there's so many. I can't keep up, honestly. And then as well, I do a lot of intergender as well.
Ooh, there you go. Is there any like male wrestlers that you've been like eyeballing on the scene that you like want to wrestle, or is it just like maybes all across the board?
Just whoever. It's I can't really pinpoint a certain kind of person or anything like that. Anyone who's willing to work with me, I guess.
Okay. Let's go back. Like, who, as a child, was like your inspiration to do all this stuff you're doing today?
Like, do you mean like an inspiration when I was a kid?
Yeah, like when you were watching, like as a kid when you were watching wrestling.
I didn't really watch wrestling as a kid.
Wow.
I was a little bit older. Like, I never had like cable or anything growing up, so it was really hard to access for me. But you knew of the standards like The Rock and Steve Austin and all of that. You saw them popping up, and Steve Austin I love.
Awesome.
So that's where a lot of my inspiration has come from as well.
Cool. So, like, let's go back. What was it like the first time you set foot in your training facility? What was your energy like? What were you thinking? Like, were you nervous? Were you excited for the opportunity?
Really nervous. Didn't really know like what to expect physically. But I got through it. It was a few years ago now, but you got through all like the push-ups and the squats and taking a bump in the ring for the first time. I knew my neck was sore for a couple of days after.
Mm. Yeah, stuff like that always gets to you because you think you're gonna be like fine, and then you wake up
Yeah,
the next day and you're like, "Why is my neck stuck sideways?"
yeah, yeah. That's it. It's so physical, and people don't realize that. They claim that it's fake and all of that, but when you're actually getting in there, it's not. It
I,
hurts your body.
I've had to explain to like plenty of people that I work with, and also like that I meet anywhere I go, that I talk about doing a podcast about wrestling. Oh, isn't that fake? Like, if I put you in a full Nelson, do you think you're gonna go to sleep? Yes, you will.
Yeah,
If I give you a pile driver, I don't think you're gonna get popped back up like the Undertaker. We
no,
were dragging you out of the ring by your arms, putting you in the corner, putting the thing under your nose. Yeah.
yeah.
Oh,
That's it. Even if you get punched slightly wrong, like it hurts.
mm.
So,
So I saw your outfit. Your outfits are really awesome. Who
mm,
makes your gear?
I make it.
Oh wow. Okay,
Yeah,
come on. Let's
I've taught myself how to do it. It takes a bit of time and a bit of planning. So yeah, it's something I enjoy doing as well. It's kind of like my downtime activity. So yeah.
That's cool. Like, has any other wrestlers ever approached you to make their gear, or like it hasn't happened yet?
They have, and I've gone, nah, that's kind of, I know my size and my style, and trying to do that for somebody else. I don't think I'm really qualified to be able to do that.
Yeah, that's the tough part of it, wrestling. If you know how to do something and you're really talented with it, like other people will like try to like, hey, can you make this? And you're like, what? Like
Yeah.
it's crazy. So, like, what will you? Let's go a little further in after your first training, and what was your energy like in your very first match?
Very nervous. Um, I suffer from anxiety like really badly, and even now I'm out the back in the locker room, just like trying to calm myself down before I go out. So I remember being like super nervous.
Mm. Do you remember what your first music was?
Um, it was a song by Nyx. It's a little bit obscure. Um, can't quite remember what it was called, but it was cool. It was a tune.
Okay, it was a banger, as they would
It was
say.
a banger, absolutely.
Like for like for like you like being like the wrestler and stuff like that. Have you ever gone out and like the day you're not wrestling and you see there's like a smaller wrestling promotion doing a show? Have you ever gone and like sat in the back row to like watch like these younger talents doing things?
Yeah, I go to shows and you just go watch them and cheer them on or boo them, whatever. See what the talent's like. Yeah, it's always good to support other wrestlers for sure.
Yeah. So like what is your like normal schedule like the week of a show?
Training, making sure I get to trainings just so that we can refine some stuff. Um, Making sure I'm eating a bit better. Um, Making sure I'm getting in the gym, looking after myself, stretching. It's the usual stuff.
Awesome. So, like the day of a show, do you have to like skip on lunch and just eat dinner, or do you pack your lunch and like eat the dinner that's at the venue?
I eat lunch. I'm constantly eating. It just helps me to fuel myself. I find that I can perform better if I'm full for some reason. Um, and then I'll eat after the show, and then I'll eat when I get home.
So what is like your favorite like place to eat after a show?
We go to a bakery, a whole bunch of us. Get big meals there. If not, I'm usually pack something. So I do like to eat a burrito before the show. That seems to be like my tradition to get a burrito.
Oh, burrito. Wait, here we go. I love burritos. So
Yeah.
what kind of burrito would this burrito be?
It's usually got beef in it, beans, rice, lettuce, corn, tomato.
Here we go. I got a good one for you, Violet.
Yep.
If they made a Violet Bliss burrito, what would be in that burrito that make it different than any other burrito you get?
I reckon chicken.
Okay.
Have like a grilled chicken. Maybe a bit of a spicy sauce. Not too spicy though.
It gets like a mild.
Yeah, like a mild, like mayo, like a mayonnaise.
Okay.
Maybe even pickles.
Ooh,
Something
spicy
different.
pickle or regular pickles?
I don't have spicy pickles.
You have spicy
Just
pickles
regular.
in Australia? Attention, pickle companies that make spicy pickles. Please send your stuff to Australia.
Yeah, I don't think we've really got it.
Wow.
Spicy pickles.
So if you ever come to the States, you got to go to the grocery stores and just walk around. They have thousands of different types of pickles here in the States.
Yep.
Insane. Like you go
Wow.
to the pickle section and you're just like, I don't know what to do. So
Just pick one. Pick one and try it.
my dad made a Cuban sandwich the day after the Super Bowl, and he grabbed the wrong pickles. He grabbed the spicy pickles, the
Too
serve around.
spicy.
I didn't even try it. I'm not afraid to try spicy stuff because I love spicy foods.
Hmm.
My mom's like, "You're trying to kill us." Like, what are you doing? So like when you go to the shows, like, do you go in like you go earlier to set up your table and stuff like that, or is it like a time schedule they give the wrestlers the leading up to a show?
For me, it depends on work, but normally I'm there early to help set up. We've got to get the ring up, or if it's at a different venue, if it's just at the gym, we've got to rip mats up, put chairs out, do the merch, or all that sort of stuff. So we all try to pitch in.
Yeah, that's the fun part of being a wrestler. There's some people that think they could just show up at the show, get their gym bag, and just be like, "We're good, I'm here." And it's like, no, you have to set that ring up, right, Violet? Like,
Yeah,
it's not easy.
it's all about teamwork. Paying your
Yeah.
dues.
So, if my fans want to pick up any of your like merch, or they want to follow you on social media, how can they find you?
I'm mainly on Instagram, just at Violet Blitz. If you want merch, either you can come to a show or you can just message me and we can work out a way for me to send it to you. Pretty easy. And yeah.
Like, if there was any kids watching this episode and they want to like become a professional wrestler like you, or they just want to get into the business, what kind of advice would you have for them?
Be passionate. Watch wrestling. Make sure you're coming to trainings. Make sure you're asking questions. And take on feedback. I think a lot of people, they take on some negative feedback that will help them. And they're like, no, this is too hard. I don't like it. I think you've got to be able to take it on board for sure.
Awesome. Violet, I want to thank you so much for coming on the podcast. It really means a lot to me to add you on my Australian Wrestling Hall of Fame. I'm Joe Panther III.
I'm Violet Blitz.
And we will catch you in the next one.